Greetings and welcome to Chant Day. Today is Sunday, July 7th. This is Sunday, July 7th. 7 7. 7 7. 7 plus 7 is 14, and we're in 2024. So we give thanks. Thank you so much for joining Chant a Day. It is early in the rise. And I want to shout out to the state of Texas that they are okay with the storm coming up. It's coming up the Gulf. It's heading to Texas. So, excuse me, I'm shouting out to everybody up there that they're safe and that they're bracing for this storm. So, today's psalm is 121. I decided to chant Psalm 121 because when I looked at the list, the psalm is number 4. And I did number 4 already on the 4th. So the psalm for Sunday is 24, I believe. Yeah, no, 48. No. The psalm for Sunday. The psalm for Sunday is 24. So there's a psalm for every day of the strong. Some people might call it weak. I call it strong. So there is let's see. Yeah, I like to use the words strong as opposed to weak. My voice is going, so bear with me today, everyone. The psalm today, 121, as I was talking, it is Psalm 1. It is Psalm 4, but I already did Psalm 4, so I said, you know what, let's do Psalm 121. Psalm 121 is one of my favorite psalms, like totally, especially when you are needing like strength to battle something in your life that's happening, which is happening to me. And so because of that, because of that, I am choosing to do this particular psalm. Excuse me, Psalm 121. So Psalm 121 is titled, I and I strength comes from righteousness. You can call it what you want. I call it righteousness. Your strength comes from righteousness. When you do the right thing, when you do the right thing to people, you're going to be strengthened. You're going to be having an opportunity to have good outcomes. But when you do wrong to people, especially those that care about you and love you, and you do them wrong, and when I talk about wrong, I'm going to be specific. When you don't tell them that you want to see other people, but then they have to ask you, are you seeing someone else? And then their response is no, but I did meet someone. It's like they're not telling you what is happening. Thank you that I matter. And I'm glad that I received that, because I do matter and people matter. And when you deal with people and value people, it's going to return to you. So um, this psalm, this psalm is a strength for me, because it gives me the knowledge that it's going to be okay. And people leave you, or they don't want to be with you for good. It's it's a cleaning, it's a cleansing of people from your space. Okay? Um Wa alaikum assalam. Wa alaikum assalam. So may, and I don't use the word peace, I use the word tranquility. So may tranquility be brought upon you as well. Thank you so much for sharing those words. So when we um, when we translate Psalm 121 into words of liberation, we are translating 8 verses, because it's 8 verses in Psalm 121, and the title of it is, excuse me, your strength comes from righteousness. So in order to be strong, you have to do what's right. You have to tell a person, you know what, let's see other people. Not wait for the person to ask you, wait a minute, is something going on? You know what I mean? So being honest, I did that. I didn't share that I was going to see other people, but I shared that I think it's best we just be friends. And I wrote a letter and I said, I'm going to I want to break off the engagement. And, I was honest and authentic. And it was sad. We both, cried and shared some tears. But we realized, well, I realized that it was over. And the person didn't realize it was over. They wanted to keep it going. And now that they've met someone, now they want to end it and it's over. So even after I broke off the engagement, I still wanted the relationship to work. I wanted us to start over and you know, um, be good in terms of learning what we did wrong and what we need to fix. However, nothing was fixed on the other person's end. They kept doing the same things over and over. So when somebody keeps doing the same things over and over, they show you better than they can tell you. Someone can tell you they love you, they care about you, but then they do something that's the opposite of that, and it's more impactful because it now shows you that this is how they feel. So yes, action does speak louder than words. Words are powerful. Words have power, and that's why we have to be careful how we use them, because they can come back at us 10 times worse than what we gave out. So in the psalm today, I'm looking at 121, and Psalm 121 is strength that comes from righteousness. I strength comes from goodness, comes from mercy. It comes from a compassionate place. It comes from a healing place. So in Psalm 121, I lift up eyes to the hills. So I just wanted to digress 1 second because I was I was happy before I met this person. I was already happy. I was healed and happy, and that's why it was so e- easy for me to work outside of the relationship where I would be gone for a number of months because I was happy with myself and I didn't need somebody else to make me happy or complete the happiness. So when the person broke up with me and saw a picture of me, they mentioned I look happy because I am. What's sad is that people can be so uncaring. That's what's sad about it. I'm not unhappy that somebody left me for someone else. I'm not unhappy about that. I'm unhappy that people can be so immature about it and not be truthful about it. So this Psalm 121, this Psalm 121 is powerful, and I am releasing this psalm on anyone who is in a situation that they're seeking strength, that they're seeking strength to get out of it. Okay? I found strength, and I was honest and told my fiance that the engagement needs to be broken off because we're not a team. You're doing things outside the relationship, and it's not a team. I don't want to control anyone. But when you're together in a relationship, you become a team and you have each other's back. You don't do something that can hurt the other person. You don't do something that can harm the other person financially or any way. So this psalm is for strength for anyone out there who is in a relationship or in a circumstance or situation where they feel that they're not valued, they feel that the person doesn't appreciate them or the person doesn't look at them as their ride and live. I call it ride and live, not ride and die, ride and live. So being a person's ride and live, that wasn't there. The person didn't look at me as that. They looked at other people as their ride and live. So this psalm is for you out there who are feeling that you've been in a relationship for 2 years, for 3, for 4, for 5, for 6, for 17 years, and you're not feeling valued. You keep trying, you keep every year, you keep doing things to make it better, and it doesn't get better. You have to realize it, and you have to let it go. Just let it go. I'm going to always love. Love is not going to be taken away from me because the person is gone. My love is intact, and it's there. It's not going anywhere because somebody passed away or somebody left or I got divorced or the person met someone else. Whatever the case may be, love is still there. The love is going to be there. However, that love is going to teach, and it's going to be make wise the foolish, because I'm not going to be foolish to go back. Once I have let go, I've let go. I will not return to where I was that was hurting me. I will not return to where I was that made me cry. I will not return to where I was that that took myself from me. I'm not going to return to that place or to that person. So I've moved on. And in that moving on, Psalm 121 gives me that boost to move on. Okay? So I ask that the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart is acceptable in the sight of what is righteousness, what is goodness, what is mercy, what is compassion, what is kindness, what is love. All of that, I ask that the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart is acceptable in the sight of all that is right. So, verse 1, I lift up mine eyes to the hills. From where does thine strength come? It's a question. And the answer comes, thine strength comes from righteousness. Righteousness made heaven and earth. Righteousness will not let I foot be moved. Righteousness keeps I will not slumber. Behold, righteousness keeps I and will neither slumber nor sleep. Righteousness is I keeper. Righteousness is the shade on I righteousness. The sun shall not strike I during the day, nor the moon during the night. Righteousness will keep I away from all evil, heartbreaking people. Righteousness will keep I life secure. Righteousness will keep I going out and I coming in from this forth and for all time to come. Selah and Selah again. Here ends the psalm for today. This has been the words of righteousness. This has been the words of goodness and mercy, love and kindness, and all of the joy that people want to take away is not lost, but the joy will remain. The love will remain. People may go, but the joy is going to stay. People may pass away, but the love will remain intact because love can never be destroyed. Love can never be exterminated. I love all the people I was with. I love them all. I have love for everyone that came into my life and taught me through tears, through hardships, through trials, through tribulations. I'm thankful for all of the teachings that were taught to me in my journey, in the people that I gave myself to, that I gave my heart to, that I gave my vessel to, that I gave myself to. I'm thankful. So thank you, everyone. One day I will write a book called The Women That I Thank for Teaching Me the Lessons That I Learned. Yeah, I need to write that down. The women that I thank for teaching me the lessons that I learned. The women that I thank for teaching me the lessons I have learned. Yes, thank you so much. When I chant a psalm, something always is revealed, and this one is revealed. The women that I thank for teaching me the lessons I have learned. So there have been 3 women in my life, and they've all taught me lessons that I've learned today. The first woman, my mother, who I treasure, and I'm thankful that I have, because some people don't have their mother, they don't have their father, and they never grew up with both parents together. So I'm very blessed and thankful I could sit with my mom and my dad and talk with them. My dad gave me a suggestion. He said, have a breakup party. Yes, he did. He said that, have a breakup party. So I've created a breakup party I'm having on the beach on Sunday, August 4th at in the afternoon on the beach. You have to message me to get the location because it's a private location. And August 4th, I'm going to have a breakup party. I'm going to have music, my Bluetooth speaker, and I'm going to have merriment, and I'm going to talk about my relationship. I'm going to talk about my breakup. I'm going to talk about how it happened, what it happened, from the time I met the person to the time that they told me that they met someone. So, and from the time I broke the engagement off, even when they asked me to marry them, I'm going to talk about that. So August 4th, join me live as I bring an end to this error, ERROR, because it was an error in my life. And I treasure the good that I am looking forward to moving on to, because so many good is going to come now that the truth has been revealed, now that people are being revealed, now that I have been revealed. So I love this Psalm 121 because it gives such an important foundation for what we need as we traverse our journey with the ups and the downs and the in-betweens. So the word today is beautiful. Yes, don't call me a pronoun. I don't use pronouns. Call me beautiful. Beauty is my name. So the words today is beautiful. My heart, my open heart, discovers beauty all around me. So in the word today, I ask that it's acceptable in the sight, that the words I speak and the meditation of my heart is acceptable in the sight of what is righteousness, goodness, mercy, and love. So the word today is beautiful. I see beauty in soaring mountains and rolling seas, in majestic forests and kaleidoscope fields of wildflowers. I hear beauty in music, bird songs, and the laughter and communications of people in fellowship. Searching beyond my senses, I discover a greater depth of beauty. The mundane items and landmarks I may take for granted on a deeper beauty when my memories fill them with meaning. My dear ones, become even more beautiful to me when I pause to remember our fondest experiences and the love that binds us. I move through each day with my mind and heart open. Now, even the most ordinary items, places, and circumstances become more and more precious and beautiful to me. That is amazing. So, 2 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 18 gives us a good closure to the word beautiful. It speaks, and all of I and I, with unveiled faces, seeing the glory of righteousness as though reflected in a mirror, as being transformed into the same image. I love that. I love that. I receive it. Ah, that is so beautiful. When we look into the mirror, I want to be transformed into the same image of the glory of righteousness, reflected in a mirror and being transformed into the same righteousness. Selah and Selah again. I receive that. That is so beautiful. That touched me. It touched my heart. Oh my goodness. Open your heart to discover the beauty all around you. Open your heart to discover it. Embrace it and take it. Amazing. Selah and Selah again. Let's look at the verse today. And it just came up on my phone. The verse of today is coming from Psalm 18, verse 30. As for righteousness, righteousness's way is perfect. Righteousness's word is flawless. Righteousness shields all who take safety in righteousness. So when you take safety in goodness and mercy and you go to that place, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Because righteousness's way is perfect and righteousness's word is flawless. That's why I purify the word in the fire 7 times. People don't like me when I do that, and I have to do it because it serves a purpose of giving fullness to the word. Yeah, fullness to the word. So it serves its purpose. And I'm thankful that I can translate the word into words of liberation, words of free will, and a free to be who we are to be. And that is good people. That's kind people. That's loving people. That's honest people. You know, when you find someone that is rare to find someone that is beautiful on the outside and on the inside. It's rare. I'm a rare find. When someone finds me and they don't treat me with kid gloves, they don't value and give me that attention of love and respect, when that isn't there, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm not around. So we have to be careful because we have to be able to heal our childhood traumas because we take them into relationships. And when we take them into relationships with people who want to help and want to be there for us and want to nurture and love us, and then we react to them negatively, we push them away, we end up getting hurt in the long run because we've lost someone that was a jewel. We've lost someone that was beautiful and loving. And because of childhood trauma and not getting therapy and not healing, this is the result. There's anger, there's self-doubt, you know. So in order for us to overcome our childhood trauma, we have to be alone with ourselves and heal. That's what we have to do. But when we go into relationships and it's a rebound, because that person who, um, you know, the person I was with, they met someone new, that's a rebound. They're rebound, and I feel sorry for that person because, you know, that doesn't last. It doesn't last. And it may. I'm pushing out good words and good vibes to anybody that I was with that's with someone else. I want the good for everybody because that's what I'm going to receive. When I want that in my heart for someone else, then it'll be coming to me. So, yeah, this is what's happening. So, August 4th, there's going to be a breakup party on the beach on St. John, former Miss St. John. Yeah. And this is happening. So I'm going to have music. I might have a little food, maybe some sawfish cakes. We're going to go swimming, snorkeling, and we're going to have music. We're going to have a good time. And you have to message me to get the location. I'm not going to share the location publicly. So you have to message me to get the location of where my breakup party is going to be. This is closure for me. It's going to close this chapter of my life, and I'm going to move on. Yes, that's what's going to happen. And I'm thankful that's going to happen. So as we end our psalm today, I want to outro with Chant a psalm a day because that is what I do. So get behind me, all the negative. We're going to chant a psalm a day. Have a blessed day, everyone. Have a blessed day. Yes. Oh my goodness, I have to read this comment. Thank you. That made me smile. That made my day. Also, remember, don't let people get you down. They don't matter. The one that does matter is great above. I receive that. Oh my goodness, I receive it so much. Thank you for sharing that comment with me because I'm not going to let people get me down for what they make me feel in a not good way. I'm going to rise above those feelings, and I'm going to rise above them to the point where I rise above to meet the one above, that I don't have to die to meet the one above. I can be with the one above while I'm here alive. So it does not matter that people let you down, that people leave you, that people don't value you, that people disregard you or they disrespect you. It doesn't matter. The one that does matter is the one that's above. The one that's above. So when I have my breakup party, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to let it all out, like totally all out, from the beginning towards all the way to when I texted the person and asked them, are you seeing someone else? And they text back, I'm not seeing someone else, but I did meet someone. So I'm going to talk about from the beginning all the way to that point, how the person wasn't responding to me and didn't want to talk to me and tell me that they have met someone else. I had to ask the question. So I received that message ultra boosted because that is beautiful. I'm not going to let people get me down because they don't matter. I didn't matter. So why should they matter to me now? Right? Why? I didn't matter to them. All they did was take from me, use my finances, my credit, and everything. And then when I stopped giving them all of that and told them, you know, I'm feeling used, I'm feeling abused, I'm feeling disrespected, and I'm not doing this anymore, that's when they started their journey to someone else. So maybe the someone else may give them their credit and give them their finances. Maybe the someone else may do that because I'm not going to throw my pearls to swine and then they come back and trample me down. Okay? That is not going to happen again. Because if anyone wants to engage with me or to be with me, you have to go through my children first. And you also cannot ask me for money, for cars, for anything for yourself or your family. It has to be no monetary exchange. None. None. You have to meet me where I am, and I have to meet you where you are. And when you're not where I am, then we are not going to work out. Okay? We're not. And before I met this person, I said I want someone who has at least a 750 credit score. Yeah. And this person didn't. But I gave them a chance. I gave them a chance. I gave them a chance. They were sleeping on the couch of a friend's house and riding a bike of a friend's bike to work. I picked them up off of the couch, off of the bike, and gave them, out of the goodness of my heart, gave them a life, gave them a vision of what life can be, how good life can be when you pay your bills on time, when you take care of yourself by eating the right things, speaking the right way. I lifted them up to show them something better. And this is what the result was. This is what the result was. So, greetings, El Sue, greetings of joy. Yes, great love for the Most High every day, because that is what is keeping me from anger, is keeping me from hurt, is keeping me from pain, is keeping me from turmoil. The love, the great love that is of the Most High. Daily, every single day I get up, I am thankful to the Most High for showing me myself, for showing me my shortcomings, because I can't blame the other person. I have to look at me. Where did I fall short in the glory of the Most High, that I allowed someone into my space to do this to me and my children? So I have to look at that. I have to look at that. And in looking at that, it is so powerful when we look at 2 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 18, because all of I and I, when we unveil ourselves, we see the glory of righteousness. We see the glory of righteousness as though reflected in a mirror. And we are being transformed into that same image. So within my transformation into that same image of righteousness, I couldn't stay with someone who is violent, who engages in violence, violent video games, violent language, violent words. I could not keep engaging with that. Going to the casino, gambling addiction is a serious addiction. So I couldn't be there. I couldn't do that. So I had to remove myself. And in that removing of myself, I transformed myself into the same image of righteousness that I see in the glory of the Most High. That is righteousness. That's reflected in a mirror and being transformed into that same image that is righteousness. Goodness, mercy, love, and kindness, and all. I think the electricity just went out. Have a blessed day, everyone. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. Electricity just went out, y'all. Have a blessed day. Stay tuned for more.